Hey guys, welcome back to Back in Diapers. This is a re-record / re-upload. I've been having issues with my microphones lately, and I think I fixed it. Anyway, as some of you saw in the previous version of this, my sewing machine died. So, arg. My sewing machine is about a decade old at this point. I bought it fresh out of high school in like 2005, so it's like 12, 13 years old. I've been using it for that long. On and off, I've had periods where I don't use it so much. But either way, I was in the middle of sewing a project, and the tension went completely awry. Pardon the bird. I'm sorry. He's in here. And also, I'm foggy from seizure last night, all that fun junk. But anyway, so I was in the middle of working on a diaper while I was sewing, and the tension just went completely haywire. So, did the typical, let's rethread the machine, let's rethread the bobbin, let's adjust the tension. I switched bobbins, I switched spools of thread, I pulled the machine open and cleaned it, oiled it, all this stuff, worked on it for like 2 days, and still cannot get the tension to work, and everything showing it should be working. So it looks like my machine is just kind of dying. There is the option to take it in and get it serviced and repaired, but I paid $80 for this sewing machine, and chances are the repairs are going to cost more than the sewing machine itself. And this machine has been discontinued. That's why I got it for so cheap. And getting the parts isn't going to be that easy. Also, I'm missing pieces that I desperately need that are not able to be gotten because it's been discontinued. So my option is right now to buy a new sewing machine. Thankfully, my boyfriend's mother had a sewing machine that is literally older than me, and I am 31. That is in semi-good working condition. It is working well enough to do simple projects that don't take a lot of power and things like that. So I have borrowed that from her. I oiled it up. I changed out the needles and everything. And I am currently using that until I can purchase a new sewing machine. So, that being said, while I'm using this one, I am working to raise the money to purchase a brand new sewing machine. I'm looking at about $500 to $550, well, no, $550 probably once with tax and everything for the sewing machine I want. I've just outgrown the simple sewing machines at this point, so I am like looking at the fairly high-end, but not completely high-end like I wanted to save up for. So thankfully to a couple friends, I have raised about $150 of the dollars. Primarily, I would like to have at least half of it raised before we go purchase it. My boyfriend is going to do the rest by when he gets paid. So I'm trying to, with orders and things like that, raise the money for this sewing machine. So that was really, really, really frustrating to me. It broke down in the middle of a project. I was literally working on it, and it was like a switch flipped, and this thing is just dead. Also later that day, about 3 hours later, I received my disability denial letter, which was not all that surprising. Most people get denied the first round, and then you have to appeal and go to court and go before the judge and be like, this is what it's like. So I kind of knew that was coming, but it all happened on the same day, and it just kind of put me in a funk. I was really, really stressed about this sewing machine because this is the worst time possible for it to happen. Financially, that is. So summertime is kind of the slower season for my boyfriend's job because he does work for a college and the teams aren't around. There's not events to get any overtime, things like that. So we are in slow season. My roommate had had a full-time job, but it was always known to be a temporary job, and then she was going to go down to just weekends. So that's been how it's been for the last few weeks. I'm not working. We just moved. We have bigger bills now. Financially, we've got to put in, we got to get new cell phone plans and all that. So it's just like everything is compiling on us financially right now, which we're doing okay. But we really didn't have the $550 to spare. However, we are going to make it happen, because if we spend that money on this new sewing machine, I can recoup it with my business, and hopefully fairly quickly. It's a business purchase, and sometimes that has to happen. And, you know, at this point, the money from orders has simply been going toward living. I haven't been able to set aside much, because literally that's what I do for a living right now. And so setting aside money and savings, really, really hard to do. So, you know, I did have this GoFundMe started beforehand. I have not really promoted it a ton, just because I don't like asking for people's help. I would rather earn the money myself. But I was advised that I should just put it up there, because I have had people ask before about, is there somewhere they can donate, things like that. So the GoFundMe is going to be in the description below. Do not feel obligated to help out. It's just there if you want to. Through my orders and things, I will be raising the money. Like I said, we already have $150 toward it. And I know that my mother is going to be donating as well. I'm possibly going to sell the sewing machine that is broken to the sewing machine company, or not the sewing machine company, the sewing machine repair shop. I can also trade in my boyfriend's mom's sewing machine. She has given it to me to do with what I please. I would like to keep that one on hand as a backup, and just because it's a Kenmore, I don't necessarily want to get rid of the Kenmore, but if need be, I will sell that one as well. It's a fantastic machine. It's still in really great condition. It just needs a tune-up. And it's just not strong enough for what I need it for. Which is why I'm not going to continue using it long term. So I've got the machine pretty much picked out. There's still a little bit of a toss-up between which one I'm going to go with. But I kind of haven't narrowed down to a couple of them at the moment. So if any of you are seamstresses out there and you have any advice on a sewing machine that is for an intermediate to expert level, let me know. I was saving up for a Viking Sapphire or something like that. I'm kind of looking more at a Viking Jade 20 right now. It's still a fantastic little machine. I've seen it. So it's kind of going to be what I can do at this point. Someday down the line, when I have, $2,000 saved up for the Viking Sapphire or whatever, I may do that. But if I've got one that's going to last me 20 years, I'm not going to bother. This thing is going pretty fantastically, or is supposed to be pretty fantastic, so I'm kind of doing that. But if you feel like helping me out, guys, every penny is appreciated. If you want to place an order to help boost the money I'm getting toward the machine, that's fantastic. And I'm hoping by the last business day of this month, early next month, maybe right around 4th of July when there's really good sales, is to get this sewing machine purchased so that I can get back to work. And I can do simple things with this sewing machine. I can use my walking foot on it from what I can tell. So I will probably be I can still do diapers. I can still do shirts and hoodies and onesies and all that. It still sews perfectly fine, but I just need something to be able to handle a little bit heavier duty. Pardon the cat. He's been in my face all day. But that's kind of the plan right now. If you want to help out, the link will be in the description for the GoFundMe. If you don't want to use GoFundMe, you can always contact me and do something through PayPal, which is what a friend of mine did. Sorry, he's Snitch, move. He's getting in my window. He wants to go outside. But, you know, that's what's going on. So, yeah, I have a bunch of ideas for things I want to put up in my shop, but that's kind of at a standstill until I can get a new sewing machine. So, I just want to thank y'all for your support and for watching my channel, and thank you to Mid-America Little for letting me know there was no sound, and also there was one other who let me know there was no sound. Thank you so much for that. And I just want to also, to Mid-America Little, thank you for offering your sewing machine. I do have one at the moment that I can use, so I'm all good. But I will be purchasing a brand new machine here in the next couple of weeks. And trust me, I'm going to do a video on that because it's going to be gorgeous. And I'm so excited. I have always wanted to have a Viking. So this is kind of like a little bit of a dream come true. And I am hoping that it'll help me produce much better, beautiful things for y'all. And, but, you know, stay tuned. Keep an eye on the Etsy shop because there are some things that will be coming out here in the next month or so, I'm thinking. So, just thank you all so much for your support and your love through everything. And I am starting to ramble, so I am going to go, and I will see you all next time. Have an awesome summer, and please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you like it. And if you're new, hit that red subscribe button. Be sure to click the bell notification so that you're notified when I post a video. I know it's been a little irregular lately, but that's kind of because, like, the day my sewing machine broke was the day I was supposed to post a video and things like that, so I was super stressed. But I'm trying to be as regular as possible and throwing some bonus videos in there as well, too. But you guys have been awesome. Love you to death, and I will see you next time. Bye.